Purity of life. Purity of life that has so many aspects. First is the purity of the body. Body is the temple of God, true temple of God. Outer temples raised by the people are made of the image of the man body. And they are models. The light of God and the voice of God is already within your body. You can hear that, you can see that. Christ said to his disciples, "Blessed are you that you see things what the old prophets and the righteous men could not see. You hear things what the old prophets and the righteous men could not hear." So there are seals, our eyes and our ears are sealed. With the grace of God in the Master, if those seals are broken, you have got some experience of seeing and hearing, then we have to take heed. We should keep this man body, which is the true temple of God. In this man body only you can have an experience of the same. So if we keep the outer temples raised by man, by the hand of man, we keep them so clean and tidy, why should we not keep the man body, which is the true temple of God, in which God resides? Why should we not keep it clean? For keeping clean, there are two ways. First is just cleanliness is next to godliness. Keep your body clean. It is a true temple of God. And also don't put in anything into it which goes to defile the body. So for that you'll find we have something to eat. And for that the first thing is required is true livelihood. Livelihood earned by hard dint of labor, by the sweat of brow, in which there is no dishonesty. You have been true to your work. Work is worship. And then further, whatever kind of food you take, that should be helping. We do not go to flare of passions within you, which is digestible. You'll find generally fruits, vegetables, grains, milk, and any products thereof. So all masters came and advised, even Christ advised that. If you read the ascending John, Gospel of John, you'll find it there. Whom you cannot give life, don't take their life. Fruit, vegetables, and milk and grains, I give you for meat. These are the exact wording. All other masters have to say the same thing. Our body is the temple of the living God. It should not be polluted, I would say, with the intake, as I explained to you. Anything will go to defile, anything which is not helping factor on the way, just like milk, fish, fowl, eggs, alcoholic drinks. So you have to give your body something to eat. We are bound not to eat, but eating is made for us. It is said by the way of parables that this eat and drink things what we have, they complain to the God of nourishment that people eat us too much, very relentlessly. And the God of nourishment said, all right, those who eat more than is required for them, you eat them up. If you eat what is digested, that will give you strength. If you eat too much, that is not digested and that flares up diseases in us, you see. So if you have pure lives, you see, normal lives as required by scriptures, have ordered money, then you'll find your body will also be all right. Nature has a curative power. Our soul has the curative power. Doctors simply help us to clear the way, that's all. When you leave it to nature, the very souls have the curative power that cures all the diseases of itself. Masters tell us that just fill your stomach, your belly, half with food, 1/4 with water, and leave the 1/4 vacant, empty. The more you keep the stomach empty, the more therein you find the light of God developed. We eat more than what is required generally. We eat too much. We die of too much eating rather than dying of hunger. Yes, just consider. That is why Masters tell us, I circulated in one of my circulars, simplify, simplify and simplify. Live in a simple way. You won't need more money to earn. You will have not to cut the throats of others. Even on hard-earned money, whatever you spend, what is legitimate, you can share with others. Generally you say, we cannot live up to our earnings. Where do they go? They spend only on things what are not really required of us. So man becomes an angel by having, what you say, less eating, not too much. And a beast by eating too much. You see? Too much eating and sleeping clouds inner vision. And overeating always makes one feel sleepy and sluggish. Well, one man came up to a master in India. He was Shimbert Lal, named Varman. He came to America too, some time back. I think about 60 years back or 50 years back. One man came to him and complained that I've got a bad health. He says, well, look care of your stomach. Another man came up, when I sit I feel drowsy and sluggish. And take care of your belly. Third man came and said, my mind is not under control. Then he said, look to your belly. You see? So these are the things eating is for us, and we are not made for eating. These are little things which if we act up to it, you'll find much help. So first, our livelihood should be earned by sweat of brow, honest earning, whether somebody is seeing you or not. The God in you must see to that. Two men went to a master. When master told them, well, look here, what for you have come? They said, we have come to just know God. All right. He gave them 2 pigeons, 1 to each, and told them, all right, go and kill them where nobody sees you. One man was very clever. He went out behind a wall and killed and came back within few minutes. And the other man, poor fellow, was tossing about from place to place. He could not find any place where nobody was seen. In the evening, he returned. He said, Master, I have not found any place where nobody was seen. I said, who was seeing you? And then the very pigeon was seeing at me. So, by that, we should be seeing that our God power, you see, when a man is initiated, that God power resides with the initiate. Watch his every action. Our master used to say, if a child of 5 years is sitting, you do not do anything wrong in front of him. You want secrecy. When you think that God power is already residing with you, how can you commit any sin? And the last thing is, whatever you brought for your eating, the hands through which these things pass, those should be also pure thoughts. Because little things charge those things which pass through such like people who are unchaste. And I read in scripture probably the unchaste thoughts are like dogs. You see? So earning should be pure, honest earning. And the quality of the food you take, that also should be cleaned. And through the hands to which these things pass, those also should be clean. A pure heart. Because everything is charged, you see. Whatever thought just reverberates in your mind, you have got charging like that. Why don't you feel? That's the point. We do not feel because already so much filth in us, say in tons. If a man or say even a seer, you see, kilometers added to it, what difference does it make? Those who are pure in hearts, even little ounces will affect you. So see, honest earning, the quality of the food and the hand through which these things pass should be pure. First two things are, I think, for those who earn and bring things from outside. And the second part is those who cook, who prepare the dishes. They should prepare with very noble thoughts of God and love for all, with no anger, with no enmity, nothing of the sort. Then last will come good character. So these are the things required which go to defile anything we eat. If your hearts are pure, you feel it, little thing will affect you. So we have to take for that reason first the bodily, because in the temple of God, keep it clean. And also keep it clean from within by giving such like food that does not go to defile it. And also living a way which is pure. So blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Even if you see a fish, even that is just in a river, maybe put in river, still in bad odor does not leave it. The water can cleanse your bodies, but unless your thoughts are pure, your mind is pure, your body cannot be pure. That's how I will give you an example. Every day morning, when you take a bath, or one day you do not take a bath, you feel bad odor in the body. That is due to the thoughts that cross your mind daily. Every thought has its own effect, its own odor, its own color, mind that. I tell you, those who have got lusty thoughts, the odor from their body will be like one, just as you got something like that. Very bad odor, every day morning you cleanse again, you find that bad odor there. Those who are in anger and just resentful are just what you think, always having something against somebody. The result is what? You'll find just like bad odor, just when the cloth is just burning. If you are very greedy, and very greedy so much so for eating this and that, everything too much voracious, you just smell his body, you'll feel the bad odor like a fish. So that these were different odors. If your hearts are pure, you've got only good thoughts coming in you, striking you. If you have love, thoughts of love, thoughts for spiritual height, love for God. If you just smell his body, you'll Here you'll smell the odor of just like jasmine. These are things are not given in the books, but this is how you feel. So the mind must be pure. Whose mind is not pure, however you cleanse your body, that will again give bad odor. That is why you see we use so much toilet every day, again we see the bad odor. So for that we have to keep our thoughts clean. If such a man body is there, you'll find the good ground for the God to manifest. Tulsi saints tell us, just cleanse your mind. And what is that cleansing of the mind? Let no thought other than God strike there. Even if you are living in the world, you are living amongst your children, your families, your friends, just the needle of your compass should be towards God. It is God who has given. It is God residing in them. Always, when you think all men are alike, they have got the same privileges from God, born the same way, in the same embodied souls they are, and the very God's power is controlling them in the body. They are the bodies are the temples, true temples of God. Then naturally you will have respect for all. So this is the purity required for being able to progress from day to day. And then comes last of all is selfless service, love for all, love for God, love with all others. This is what all masters say, you see, Kabir says so, Guru Nanak says so. Peace be unto all the world over, under thy will, O God. Christ says so, love God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, and love thy neighbor as thyself. So we have to love God, and love knows service and sacrifice. Love knows giving, sharing with others. Even sometimes you will sacrifice your own interests for the sake of others. That goes to expand yourself. If need be, you will sacrifice your own lives for the sake of others. Man is truly one who lives for the sake of others. Animals do live for their own self, they do love their children. What is the difference between a man and an animal? This is the only difference. The man lives for others too. We should share with others. Because we are all brothers and sisters of God. We are all share partners in God. We are just the limbs of the same body of God. And we have got the same conscious essence working in all, and the same God power controlling us in the body. So for these reasons, we must have selfless service. If we live for others, naturally others will live for you. An example better than precept. When you learn to give, you see, for the good of others, naturally you'll feel joy, because it's self-experience. You'll feel fresh. If you don't share with others, just go on congealing or hoarding for your own self like animals, result will be like that. There's a well from which no water is drawn out, that will give bad smell. Not even, I think, good for drinking even. Any well from which the water is taken profusely out of it, that well water is always fresh and fragrant too. So for that reason, Master says, let your boats of life remain in water. but let not water enter your boats. That means outer attachments, outer possessions, we don't live for them, but they should live for us. We have to make the best use of them. So for these reasons you'll find these are very much important things which are always helping factors. So you'll find the less wants we have got, the more happier we are. So cut down your wants, cut down your desires. Whatever subject you take, put in more time towards that. You will become a good scholar, good scientist, a good lover of God, and any line you will take on. So for that, as I told you, moral life, pure moral life is required. These are the few words I am telling you at the time, probably physically. I may or may not able to see you, or you may or may not able to see me physically. But the God power, which is the true Master, is now resides with you. We shall never leave you till the end of the world. It will take you to the true Father, and the true Father will take you to the worldly state of God. My best wishes are with each one of you.